And I'd like to begin the afternoon with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would please rise. Oh, okay, hold on. We're pausing while Jackie signs. Okay.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I almost inadvertently caused a controversy.
Well, you can't be, I can't be sitting.
I got it.
I can't stop in the middle of my name.
I understand. I said, okay. We have a couple of items. We're going to go through the town board work session. We do have an executive session to deal with. It's all personnel. Approval of contracts. It's not. We have to present the contract and the state of negotiation to the board. It has to do with two of our unions. We do have a few 3 to 4 separate personnel items related to individuals that we need to talk about, and that has to do with salary. So I'm going to hold executive session for those 2 items. We'll start with our board meeting and potential consent agenda. So we have a couple of few public hearings tonight. The first is the funding for the 2026 Community Development Program Annual Action Plan. Lori's presenting that. Then we have the last of 3 public hearings on the CIP program and budget. I am going to talk a little bit about how we get into projections, or how I deal with projections and the budget, because I know that question's been out there. Then we've got a few development review actions. So the first is 25577 Millersport.
That we're not ready to do. That was supposed to be adjourned to the next meeting in November. I don't know why it ended up on the agenda.
I may have.
Sorry, I think it's been adjourned per meeting to keep it.
Okay.
So that's fine. We can move past that one. Next is 291 or 891. Sorry, seeker determination on 2190 to 2220 Worley.
Can I ask before this one and the next one that we ask the attorney to just give a quick update on the major changes to the project? So that way the audience knows. I'm not asking to reopen the hearing. If he could just state, because
I don't have an issue with that. Sean, are you going to be here later?
I just want people to know that it's reduced to 2 stories, and I want the public to realize it.
Sean, I do really appreciate this update, as well as the MOA that you included in the communications. I think that shows exactly who you are and your commitment to working with people. My only question outstanding on this is if you've had an updated meeting with the residents. For me specifically, just in mind, I know that the residents are here. I've seen the water studies and the continuous communication. I really appreciate it. I think you're doing it. Yeah. Yes, okay. And I do remember during the public hearing that some of them expressed an MFR 5 was something that they would prefer over an MFR 6 and things like that. So I remember from my notes at that time, I just didn't see anywhere in there that you specifically said you had met with them as well. So thank you.
Okay, any issues with that? Okay, thanks, Sean. Okay, and that ties into 892.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right, under council member resolutions, I have resolution 893 authorizing a payment to Azar Design, FKA Floyd Albert Associates for professional land survey services. Any questions about that? A reason to withhold it from consent. Resolution 894 is the Penflex service fee agreements, CRS 5882 to 5888. Again, that's our service for fire. Any issues with that? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Okay, Resolution 895 is an extension to the Lawley Insurance Broker Agreement, CRS 5900, CRS 1744/CMS 2008. Any questions regarding the resolution? A reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 896 is a settlement of property damage claim. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? And Resolution 897 is again a settlement from property damage claim. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 898 is the 2025-2028 intermunicipal snow removal and ice control agreement between Town of Amherst and the County of Erie, CRS 5845. Any questions regarding the resolution? I will say the Association of Erie County Governments and the Highway Superintendents Association of Erie County were very happy and in support of this. So any issues with that? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 899 is Civic Plus meeting management software for agenda meeting management software, CRS 5870. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 900 is the Ellicott Creek Voluntary Fire District Company LoSAP credits correction. Any questions regarding the correction? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 901 is an amusement license for Georgetown Plaza. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 902 is a new firefighter for North Bailey Fire Company. Any questions regarding the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 903 is a new firefighter for the Gettsville Fire Company. Any questions about that appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 904, budget transfers and amendments. Any questions regarding those? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 905 is 2026 other items budget. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 906 is contract extension for DOT drug and alcohol testing, CRS 5859. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 907 is award of bid 2025040 Verticutter, CRS 5865. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 908 is an award of bid 2025043 miscellaneous small equipment and parts, CRS 5866 and 5867. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 909 is a reassignment of an audiometric testing services contract, CRS 5868. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 910 is an extension of auctioneer services contract, CRS 5876. Any question regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 911 is an extension of bid 2023051, townwide hardware for local pickup, CRS 5880. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 912 is an award of bid 2025046, industrial electrical services, CRS 5893. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 913 is an amendment to bid 2025018, police vehicles, CRS 5895. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 914 is a grant disbursement agreement, CRS 5899, for an inclusive playground at Willowdale Park. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 915 is proposal for design services for the Bridge New York replacement of Frank Hauser Culvert. Azar Design Company, Town Job 2022.033B, pin 5765.56, CRS 5878. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 916 is Municipal Zero Emissions Vehicle, or ZEV. It's an infrastructure grant program to install electric vehicle stations in town parking lots. Supervisor to sign NYDEC agreements for the town of Amherst job 2017.015V, CRS 5897. Any
I
questions?
just want to point out that we were awarded this grant in '22. It has taken the state forever to get it to this point, and we are looking at applying for more.
All right. Any other questions? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 917 is a senior engineering assistant, engineering department. Any questions regarding the appointment, about the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 918 is a recreation attendant, part-time youth and recreation, 10 positions. Any questions regarding those appointments? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 919 is the Amherst Employees Association Incorporated Collective Bargaining Agreement 2025 to 2029. We're going to hold that for executive session.
Yep.
And Resolution 920 is the Amherst Highway Employees Association Incorporated Collective Bargaining Agreement 2025 to 2029. Again, I'll hold this for this evening following executive session. Resolution 921 is labor for youth and recreation. Any questions regarding the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 922 is a senior maintenance worker for the facilities department. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 923 is a senior maintenance worker for the facilities department. Any questions regarding the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 924 is a cook for senior services. Any questions regarding the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 925 is a project manager for the building department. Any questions regarding the appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 926 to authorize the adoption of revisions to administrative plan governing the Housing Choice Voucher HCV program of Erie County PHA Consortium. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 927 is to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement with Buffalo Urban League for the provision of predatory lending services, CRS 5871. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 928 is to authorize the supervisor to enter into a contract for fair housing counseling services with Housing Opportunities Made Equal, or HOME, CRS 5890. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 929 is to authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Child and Family Services of Erie County for staffing, CRS 5891. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 930 is a software for senior services, CRS 5892. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 931 is a class instructor, William Scudder, CRS 5874. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 932 is a class instructor, Lisa Horline, CRS 5873. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 933 is class instructor Suzanne Lewis, CRS 5875. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 934, payment authorizations to Advanced Auto Parts. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 935 is a payment authorization request for Castelos Auto Accessories and Upholstery. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 936 is change order number 2 for Hall Industrial Services Incorporated. No cost time extension, WPCF. Building number 1, screen and valve improvements, Town of Amherst, project numbers 2016.002H and 2018.002B, CRS 5889. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 937, Stormwater Mapping Project Phase 2, Town of Amherst, Job 2023.025A, CRS 5898. Any questions about the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 938 is to approve the piggyback contract for MFG Playground Equipment, CRS 5839. Any questions about the resolution? Okay. So withdrawing 938. Resolution 939 is a Proforce debris blower purchase, CRS 5861. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 940 is a purchase of 52-inch multi-force 26.5 horsepower mower plus accessories, CRS 5851. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 941 is a purchase of Toro 4000Z Master Mower, CRS 5843. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 942 is a purchase of First Products VC60 Verticutter, CRS 5865. Any questions regarding the resolution? No Verticutter? We did a back in the back. Okay. So I don't need this. Got it. Withdraw. Okay. Communications 104, correspondence from Sean Hopkins Esquire for 2190 to 2220 Worley. We'll receive this receive and refer to planning department and town attorney. Is that probably fine for, okay. Communication 105, any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 105, correspondence from Sean Hopkins Esquire regarding 2190 and 2220 Worley. Again, I recommend we receive this, refer to town attorney and town planning. A reason not to do that via consent. Communication 106 is a notice of claim. Danielle E. Copcho versus Town of Amherst. Recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney. A reason not to do that via consent. Communication 107 is a notice of claim for Nicholas Trites versus the Town of Amherst. Recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney as well. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 108 is a notice of claim for the Hanover Insurance Group versus Town of Amherst. Recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 109 is a notice of claim for Keenan Cole versus Town of Amherst et al. I recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 110 is a notice of claim for Progressive ASO, Nicole M. Heckler versus Town of Amherst. Again, recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney. Any reason not to do that via consent? And communication 111 is an amended complaint, Bradley Ensminger versus Town of Amherst et al. And again, I would recommend we receive this and refer to the town attorney. Is there any reason not to do that via consent? We do have executive session, as I said before. There are 2 contracts on this evening's agenda. We need to go through the ratified contracts with the board in executive session. We will take action later on if the board consents to that. And the second is a personnel items related to individuals. 4, and they have to do with salaries. That was not in the on the sheet here, we'll be dealing with both of those. I'm gonna motion to adjourn to executive session.
Second,
All in favor?
aye. I
Mr.
just wanna
Supervisor, do you want-
remind us that we have suspension item?
Yep.
And also, do you want to say who you want in executive session?
Well, just Bob and Zach, and then Linda and Jen, if you could come back to, for those items.
And my office?
Yes.
I assume your office.
Well,
It's not
can't
executive
assume.
session,
It's a
we're not the
record.
attorney.